Kobieta odbiera trójce swoich dzieci życie, a internet zbiera $1 000 000 na zbiórce dla niej i robi z niej bohaterkę. Przejdę teraz do swoich notatek. W amerykańskiej sieci wybuchła sprawa, która pokazuje najmroczniejszą stronę manipulacji i psychologii tłumu. Kiedy sprawczyni przyznaje się do winy, setki tysięcy ludzi na TikToku zaczynają tworzyć teorie spiskowe. Rzucać winę na męża, a nawet na układ planet, astrologia, byle tylko zdjąć z niej jakąkolwiek odpowiedzialność. Dziś rozłożymy ten mechanizm na czynniki pierwsze. Zobaczycie, jak działa bezwzględna walka o narrację. Puszczamy film.
I wanted to build up to this. This is the big one. This is... People have said this. My buddy told me this. This is OJ for women. There it is. This is the OJ Simpson trial for women. Lindsay Clancy. So this is the person, just so you guys understand what happened. So this woman brutally killed 3 of her own kids. She did. She brutally killed 3 of her own kids. And a bunch of women on the internet are defending her. She snapped. That's right. This is all of the women out there defending her. Look at that.
I don't know if you'll ever have this many women in one place at one time who may...
Yeah, we never have this many women at one place at one time. Yeah, that's the problem. I said this, right? The solution to this is really simple. You mobilize CPS to take the kids away from the mothers who support Lindsay Clancy, and then you institutionalize the mothers. This gives you cause to declare them mentally unfit in order to take away their voting rights. Problem solved. This is what I would do. This is what we would do. Yeah, Carmelo Anthony for white women. I have to be honest here. I never thought I'd see the day of hundreds of women bringing their own children to a rally to release the woman who strangled hers to death. I honestly don't know where we go from here. I do. I do. I know exactly where we go. I know where we're going. I've been waiting for it. In the box? No. No, not necessarily. I can't say it. I can't say what it is. But this is it. You'll never make me hate Lindsay Clancy. And this is obviously another comment from another woman. A new theory. He killed the kids. His was the voice that she heard. He threw her out the window. She woke up and was told what she did. This has 40,000 likes.
Zatrzymam tutaj. Przejdziemy do notatek. Mechanizm psychologii, który tu zachodzi, to co widzicie w komentarzach, to klasyczny mechanizm odwrócenia ról i kreowania kozła ofiarnego. Kiedy fakty są bezdyskusyjne i nie da się ich obronić, tłum nie próbuje walczyć z dowodami. Zamiast tego tworzy alternatywną rzeczywistość. Jeśli mówisz masom, że prawdziwym katem jest mąż, a sprawczyni jest jedynie narzędziem w rękach złych okoliczności, natychmiast zdejmujesz z niej winy. Ludzie nie szukają obiektywnej prawdy, szukają wygodnego wroga, na którego mogą przylać swoje emocje. I tutaj chodzi po angielsku, jeżeli ktoś nie rozumie, przez window, z tego co ja rozumiem, to, że wyrzucił ją z mieszkania. Przejdźmy do materiału.
Oh my God. This is insane. It's all on the docket? Okay, all right, let me just go through it. You need to understand what the women are supporting. Lindsay Clancy, okay, so this is what she did. Baited her husband to leave the house and run errands, lured her children into the basement, took an exercise band and strangled Cora, 5 years old, Dawson, 3 years old, and Kaylin, 8 months old. She cut her wrists and her neck, and then she jumped out the window and paralyzed herself. I think the biggest tragedy here is that she's not dead. Yeah, it's sad.
Jednak to ja się pomyliłem. Oh.
Yeah, she should swing. Absolutely. And repulsive behavior. Yeah, it's insane. This is what this person, and this is what these women are defending. These ladies out here are holding hands, crying and cheering for her like she's a feminist folk hero. In a sense, she is. Feminism has always been a death cult where the end goal is the power to murder your children out of convenience. She was sick, postpartum psychosis. The system failed her. These demons need Lindsay to get away with murder to accomplish the feminist quest to never hold women accountable for anything. Absolute moral collapse. Look at them all.
Przecież to jest dramat. Zbierają się, jakby była jakąś bohaterką narodową.
Wow. Is it only white women? Overwhelmingly, it's white women, but I mean, there's a black woman there too, but yeah, it's overwhelmingly white women. The reason why white women do this is because they have experienced the largest amount of privilege of any group at any time in any point in history. White women living in a Western country are the most privileged group of people that have ever existed in all of history. And so because of that, it's created a childlike naivete with some of them that makes them think that, you know, there are no consequences for their behavior. They don't care the reason to support murder. It's so ridiculous.
I'm sure you can.
This is what women do. It is. It's what they do. I try to tell everybody. I try to say it. Not all women.
I haven't done TikTok yet. Yeah.
I haven't done TikTok yet. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Now, they're encouraged to commit bad behavior. Well, it's because women are not held accountable for bad behavior. That's the reason why. Is that you have women that are able to act this way and nothing ever happens to them. So why would they stop acting this way if they can do whatever the hell they want? This case is the literal definition of women dodging accountability meme. It is. And it's only going to get worse. Prosecutor, Lindsay killed the kids. Defense, my client killed the kids. Husband, my wife killed the kids. Lindsay Clancy, I killed the kids. TikTok, it was the husband. Oh no. The reason why they do this is because a lot of these women that do this are just fucking retarded. Like, they're stupid. These are people that, I've said it before, they should not be allowed to vote. I don't think that all women shouldn't be allowed. I think there are some women that should be allowed to vote. But the fact that you can vote by default is the reason why we have these problems.
Thank you!
Look at them all.
Thank you!
There's astrology in this case? Of course there's astrology in the case. It's a bunch of women. Of course.
Thank
Yeah. Jesus. Thank you. Thank you for strangling and killing your kids. Thank you so much. Women lining up to wave Lindsay Clancy arriving at court today. I was so close to tweeting, Islam is right about women, but I restrained myself and I didn't. Wow. Absolutely. And look how many of them there are, too. This is the thing, is like, I don't think people should write this off as it just being a small group of crazy girls. There's a lot of these people. Here we go. Here's another one.
You know, one of my sister-in-laws. It could be one of my best friends, and it could be me. So just
It could be, I could just accidentally strangle my kids.
here to support.
We are hearing her. We see that she tried everything. And I really do believe that she went into a state.
Somebody in chat says, I'm trans, but this makes me want to become a man again. Jesus. Pick the wrong side, huh?
Of psychosis.
I felt like the system failed her. She was begging for help, but no one was there.
She was
I don't know if
begging
us
for
being
help.
here will make her feel any better, but I mean, she's living in hell right now.
You know, one of my
You know what I found was really funny is that, I don't know if this is in the list of them, somebody said that if Lindsay Clancy had strangled 3 of her own dogs, none of these women would be supporting her. Think about that. And I think it's true. If she had killed 3 puppies, all of these women would want to see her die. But because she killed her own kids, they're supporting her. Wow. Wow. Unbelievable. There's a woman on the jury melting her brain on TikTok, and another juror told the judge.
Breaking news in the trial of Lindsay Clancy. We just got word the jury is done for the day. Back to Brian Yanis live in Plymouth. What can you do?
I hope that she gets declared innocent. I hope she just gets manslaughter and probation. I do. Because this will accomplish my long-term goals. I'm being an accelerationist right now. Obviously, she's guilty and she should get executed. Clearly, right? But the next best thing would be that she goes free.
Tell us about this move, Brian.
Guys, you gotta think big picture. Big picture, all right? Thinking small. Think big. What are your long-term goals? I forgot.
Bill, good morning. Well, in about 2 hours, the day is done. Surprising. We thought that it would begin with testimony. It did not. Each juror was questioned by the judge about what we simply don't know, actually. We don't know why the jurors were questioned, but but all of a sudden they were. And then there was the witness that went up, the last defense witness. Her name was Shayla Kavanaugh. She did testify today. She was a chaplain at Brigham and Women's Hospital who visited with Lindsay Clancy multiple times while she received treatment after the killings. She said that Lindsay alluded to hearing a voice, and that the voice, according to Lindsay, told her that if she did not follow the command, neither she or her children would be safe.
That makes sense. So there was a voice in her head that told her that she had to kill her kids. Well, I mean, that settles it. I think we should just let her go. Yeah. You know what I've said before about the Salem witch trials? How about that?
This is important because the defense is arguing that Lindsay Clancy was hearing voices that told her to kill herself and her children.
Yeah, I get it.
And therefore, she was going through a postpartum psychosis, temporary, that caused her to kill her children. She did not know.
Yeah, she didn't know. She just killed her kids because the voice in her head told her to kill her kids and kill herself. It was just, she had no idea.
Was doing was wrong.
She didn't
that
know.
Testimony ended after the prosecution challenged her in a few questions, and now we are dealing with a situation where court will resume tomorrow. The judge says that it will be a, quote, longer day, and then we expect closings on Monday.
Oh my God. What is today? I don't even know what day it is. It's Friday. Okay, so we're going to have, this is going to be going on for a few more days. Okay, I really had no fucking idea. Okay, let me go and look at this here. POV, you come home and wifey's filming one of her crying on the phone videos again. What is this? I'm not okay, but I have to be okay because I'm a mother and there's no other choice than to be okay.
Także jak widzicie, tutaj mamy kolejny punkt odniesienia, co tu się dzieje. Kobieta płacze na nagraniu ze specjalnym oświetleniem, tak? To, co widzicie... to nie to. Zwróćcie uwagę na ustawienie kadru, oświetlenie. Jak to się mówi, krokodyle łzy. To jest idealna definicja performatywnej empatii jako waluty w mediach społecznościowych. Ta kobieta nie przeżywa tragedii obcych dzieci. Ona ustawiła lampę pierścieniową, dobrała kadr i sprzedaje wyreżyserowane emocje, żeby zdobyć atencję i zasięgi. W sieci cudzy kryzys staje się darmowym narzędziem do budowania pozycji. Cyniczni gracze nie marnują żadnej tragedii, tylko natychmiast zamieniają cudzy dramat na własne korzyści.
Ring light! Bro, the ring light! Oh my god! Fake is crying? Well, this is just, listen, it's just your typical attention-seeking behavior. I mean, it's crazy, man. Oh, is there another one? Every single one of these women needs child protective services called on them now. TikTok must hand over their account information to the proper authorities. This is sick. That's right. All of these women need to be institutionalized. They do. Like, can you imagine if we just took all of these crazy Karens and we just put them in a mental institution and everything else was normal? I can imagine what that would be like because I've seen videos of Middle Eastern countries. There's no women. You go and you look at, it's like a sandwich kebab shop, right? And there's like 18 guys all sitting around at like 2 tables. Everybody's laughing. Everything's fucking great. There's nobody mad. People are eating food. It's amazing, right? Good times. Yeah, you go on Google Maps. Look at it right now. Look at it right now.
I'm completely overwhelmed trying to take care of...
There's less car accidents.
I feel guilty that I'm spending my family's... I'm completely overwhelmed trying to take care of the kids. I'm drowning every day. I feel guilty that I'm spending my family's money and not making any. I feel like I spend way too much. She wrote that, right?
Correct.
I'm terrified of Callan getting sick. He's a sick baby. A sick baby is miserable. He's sick now with a double ear infection. Clearly has a bellyache. It's miserable. I feel like the other kids are going to get him sick all winter long. She wrote,
I think that it's inappropriate to... I think it's the parent's decision. But I feel like if I was a parent, I probably wouldn't post photos of my kid's face. Like, I just probably wouldn't on social media. It's not a big thing. I just don't think it's really appropriate. It's not safe. Yeah, it's just not safe.
Wrote that, right?
Correct.
That's
I
just
always
me.
feel strongly
That's just
against
me.
sleep
I don't think
training.
there's
I
anything
feel
wrong.
like it's abusive to let
If you're posting, like, you're on your personal Facebook and you're posting a family photo, like, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about, like, whenever you're posting this out to the public to, like, you know, farm sympathy with a kid like this. I don't know.
Baby cry and not respond, but I made the decision. I did it with Cal. It is way too much crying. It's incredibly stressful. She wrote that, right?
Correct.
He's okay. He will be okay.
Oh my
It's not
God.
harmful in any way. The doctor said it was okay. Plenty of people sleep train their kids at that age. It's necessary as a third child.
What the fuck is this, bro?
Right?
Correct.
I feel incredibly sad and guilty about not breastfeeding.
There is a specific rule on Twitch that says that you're allowed to show this.
eating anymore. That was the one thing I could do to help his immune system, and I can tell he really doesn't like the formula. I'm very sad about this. I know at this time it's what I needed to do for my mental health. She wrote that, right?
Correct. For my, I have to kill my kids for my mental health.
Statements started getting smaller and smaller as time went by. One occasion, it's like I'm desperate to get a mental break from taking care of everyone.
What's insane to me is that, like, a lot of these women don't have jobs. I'm sorry, but taking care of kids in a house is not as hard as working a job. It's not. My mom didn't do shit. I was around all the time. She didn't do a fucking thing. She's sitting around smoking cigarettes, playing video games, watching TV. But it's not really, it depends on a job. Okay, it's probably harder than streaming, okay? But that's the floor.
My mind is trying to make something physically wrong with me. My mind never shuts off. It's constantly thinking of the next thing someone needs. I can't shut it off. I desperately want to go back to work, but now I don't know how I'm going to function, and it worries me. Wrote that, right?
Correct.
There were two pages that were blank that she didn't even write on, and then on the third entry, affirmations. She wrote affirmations.
So she just did, so this girl did a montage. Like, I mean, can you imagine, like, think about how sick this is. This is a girl that did a montage of her spending time with her child, her baby. And it's all about, this is just so sick. Like, they're going over, this is why they had, you know what? I'm not even going to go there. You're sitting here and you're making a video of all these times you're spending with your child while you're reading off the dialogue of a woman who murdered her child, and you have the text in the middle of the screen and it says same, implying that you also want to kill your kid. These people need to be fucking institutionalized. What are we doing here? Right-wing women defending the literal murder of children. Tommy Lauren. I know a lot of Republicans don't want to hear this, but the right is on the verge of making the same mistake with young women that the left did with young men. I know some of these women are fun to mock. I get it, and I do it too, but we have to do better if we want to bring them over to our side. If we totally alienate young women, we will not win elections. We have to find a way to appeal to them. Women have spent the last week fawning over, defending, and identifying with a woman who strangled her 3 babies to death. You can't reason with insane, morally depraved people. How would you recommend appealing to the part of the electorate that defends child killers? Tommy, you have a massive platform and you are a woman. Get out there and go to court, go court the young women over instead of saying the right should do more. I do it every single freaking day. Coddle women who defend a mom for killing her 3 children, or women won't vote for us. Nah, they can get fucked. For young men, the most important issue is to be able to get a job to support a family. For young women, the most important issue is to be able to kill their baby. How do you feel about the number 19? I'm becoming increasingly less of a fan. It seems like that, you know, it's a prime number, which means that you can't divide by it. It's like an irrational thing. So, yeah. I mean, 19 is a prime number. It's hard to work with. Causes problems. It's interesting. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's rational. I don't know. It seems like, I guess, yeah, it technically is a rational number. But yeah, I mean, if you want to be mathematic about it, okay. So anyway, Tommy Lauren, oh fuck, how fucking annoying. Let me see. Let's look at some of the quotes on this one. We are not chasing that red line. Why are men becoming so extreme? There it is. You're trying to say it's a prime number, I think? That's what I meant to say. Yeah, it is. And so 19 is a prime number, chat? Wait, y'all don't know 19 is a prime number? Wait, what? What? Guys, we're not having this conversation, okay? They're trolling? I hope so. I do. I don't want to bring this guy. I don't want to bring them over to our side. I want to take away their rights to. I follow this guy, don't I? Yeah, I do. We follow each other, actually. And this isn't how things work. Yeah, I guess so. Oh my God. And let me see. Can I pull these other ones up too? Where the fuck did I go? I got a little bit distracted by this. And yeah, okay. There it is. All right, we're going to find the other ones. And genuinely, why is this case causing so many women online to defend someone who admitted that she murdered her children? I mean, again, it's O.J. Simpson for white women. It's not about the facts of the case. It's about the idea of it. If women can convince themselves that someone who murdered their 3 kids isn't actually responsible for it, then they don't have to be responsible for anything. Because you don't understand female psychology and body. This is an extreme case of postpartum psychosis. Unless you're a doctor, you aren't qualified to judge. Try to educate yourself before you think you know. You know what? I completely agree. I think that from now on, anytime that somebody gets raped, it's just a testosterone-induced psychosis, and we shouldn't put them in jail for it anymore. I mean, this is just what these hormones do to your brain, and so if a guy goes out and rapes somebody, well, it's not really his fault. It's just the testosterone doing it for him. I mean, yeah, I mean, come on, guys. What the fuck is she talking about? It's just so fucking retarded. I don't even know what to say. Oh my God. It's so unlikely, bro. Bro, you just got unbanned. If you match their energy, they won't like it. That's because modern feminism is about seeking every privilege that they perceive a man to have and also retaining every privilege that they already have as women. Women enjoy a number of privileges in the Western society. They enjoy the privilege of voting. They enjoy the privilege of driving. They enjoy the privilege of being able to open their own bank account. They enjoy the privilege of abortion. They enjoy the privilege of equal rights and, you know, all these employment benefits, you know, having their food paid for, being, you know, like having a guy that's like supporting them. All of these are privileges. They don't have to register for the draft, etc. Women are unwilling to relinquish any of these privileges. And the only jobs that they want to take away from men, they're not trying to take away garbage men's jobs. They're not trying to take away, you know, PFC, you know, Marines job. No, they're trying to take away the vice president of some high status bank. That's what they want. It's so annoying. They see themselves in her. Terrifying implications. I know that. It's just mass hysteria. All the girls are saying it's very disturbing that social media seems to be spawning a new mass hysteria every month, though, especially when they center on active criminal investigations. It's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. And I don't want it to be this way, but it's going to have to be. I'm sorry. Bad enough to relate to a child killer. To do it while holding your baby is, putting it mildly, an alarming decision.
A big thing is I feel disconnected with myself.
Jesus.
Time, reality. I think going back to work will help with that. You wrote that, right?
Social media destroyed women. And, yeah, I think that in a lot of cases that's probably true. Yeah, I think it's probably, yeah, you're probably right about that, actually. Retards are hanging out their windows to prove Lindsay Clancy is innocent, despite the fact that she's already admitted to murdering her children. Are women bored and lonely or just retarded?
TikTokers are posting reenactment videos of them hanging out the window to prove that Lindsay Clancy is innocent. This weekend, I've seen 2 different women hanging out of their own windows. The first woman was hanging out.
Oh, wow. If she had fallen down, I don't know if that house would have survived.
Out of her 2-story window after putting blue dish soap on her wrist to show where.
She put blue dish soap on her wrists.
The stain should have been if Lindsay opened it. TikTokers are posting reenactment.
I just don't even know what to say. All right. What's the new brand of hag slop for the day? Let's see it. Here we go. All right.
Okay, check this out. It's really crazy. Lindsay Clancy's birth chart. Okay, check this out. It's really crazy. Lindsay Clancy's birth chart.
No, to teraz się zaczyna astrologia, proszę państwa.
Look at that.
It's so crazy. Now, I don't have the time of birth, so really, you can disregard the ascendant, descendant, IC, MC, vertex, and all the houses.
Yeah.
I need the birth time.
Look at this.
So, like, not all these
Forensic
aspects are necessarily
astrology.
true, because all those points, we don't really know. I just put it at noon. But first of all, I need to show. Okay, so notice anything here? She's got her North Node in Aquarius, South Node in Leo. She's in her Node.
Yeah, I noticed something.
We'll return right now.
It's been a while, but I have to pop on here just to say that I've been following this Lindsay Clancy trial, especially as a mother of two who dealt with a lot of postpartum mental illness. And, you know, just following all their birth charts and birthdays and zodiac signs. He did it.
I'm so glad this happened. I am so glad this happened.
He did it. He did it. He's a Gemini man. His birthday is June 15th.
Oh.
I'm a Gemini woman. My birthday is June 14th.
Say less.
Let me give you another example of who a Gemini man is. Also birthday June 14th.
Hitler.
14th. Men and women are different. Keep that in mind. Please don't judge me. Donald Trump.
Dobra, bo tu się już zaczyna ostra odklejka. Przejdźmy do notatek. To jest niesamowite ogólnie. Astrologia w sprawie o potrójne morderstwo. Spójrzmy na analizę tego zachowania. Kiedy kończy się jakiekolwiek racjonalne i logiczne argumenty, tłum natychmiast ucieka w ezorytyry. Co ja tu nabrazgałem? Ezoterykę, magię i horoskopy. Dlaczego? Ponieważ układ planet jest najwygodniejszym narzędziem do rzucenia moralnej odpowiedzialności z człowieka. Łatwiej jest mówić sobie, że o zbrodni zadecyduje układ gwiazd, niż zaakceptować mroczną i bezwzględną naturę ludzką. Władzę nad naiwnymi zdobywa ten, kto zaoferuje im najbardziej absurdalne rozgrzeszenie. I tutaj już jest całkowita odklejka, bo żeby tam w ogóle poprzedni filmik to było jakieś tam rozpisane, w ogóle jakieś co to jest? Ale no spodziewam się, że pewnie jest parę osób, które to wierzy, ale no szanujmy się.
Hitler. There it is.
Patrick did it. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
So if you're watching the Lindsay Clancy.
Forensic astrologer, death investigator. I love the bottom, how she has to say for entertainment purposes only.
Case. I've already gone over.
As a psychic medium, the second I saw him, his child came in and said he did it. This is honestly, guys, this is everything. It keeps getting worse. No. You guys have no idea how bad this is. Do you guys have no, it has to be sarcasm? No, it's not.
To jest najgorsze, że to nie jest sarkazm. To jest najgorsze.
This shit can't be real. It is. Here's the scary thing. They vote. They vote. They have rights. They have the same rights that you do. Their voice counts as much as yours does.
The forensic astrology charts that show that
Kolejne jakieś znaki, w ogóle co to było?
the perpetrator is a male, the perpetrator is having an affair, and that the victims, specifically Lindsay, was drugged during this.
She was drugged.
And I've also gone over with the theory and the lie detection.
I'm telling you all right now, when the South Node goes into Cancer in March of 2028, the South Node is going to transit over Patrick Clancy's moon in Cancer. He's going to be having eclipses over his natal moon.
Let me deconstruct some of this, because some people might not be retarded, and so they don't understand what she's talking about. Cancer is, she's referring to Cancer, the zodiac sign. And there's different moons and Mercury retrograde. There's a whole vocabulary and religion that these women have invented for this. Yeah, it's the crab. It's Mr. Krabs. Yes, that's correct.
Which is home, family, emotions, his emotional life. And then it gets better. 2029, all the way into 2030, he is going to have eclipses over his Gemini placements. The South Node is going to move over his Sun, his Mercury retrograde, his Venus retrograde.
This is the violation of my human rights that I was discussing.
It's about to get real interesting in the next, 3 to 4 years for him. I'm going to my popcorn. I can't wait for this man to be humbled and for karma to do its thing.
For karma to do its thing. It is really, this is really special. It's truly special, and the single mother who says she's living off of ramen would rather give her money to a child killer's family than feed her own child. That's where we are in today's society. These are the people, by the way, that are calling you a racist for not wanting to import 1 million third worlders. That's right. I donated $800 and I'm a single mom who lives off ramen sometimes, but I have a little extra now, so I donated so this woman has some of my fairy dust to help her give her justice. My heart bleeds for her, something I can't describe, so I hope that other people donate too to free this woman from her hell. I donated $5,000. If we don't be her voice and get loud and fight for her justice until Patrick is in prison...
To jest 20 000 złotych na polskie, nie?
Prison for the rest of his life, then we have failed as a nation, and this can happen to her, and it can happen to any of us. Keep up the fight and stay loud, America.
O, trzeba to omówić, bo tutaj mamy setki tysięcy dolarów, bo to pewnie pokaże zaraz Asmongold tą dotację, czy tam donaty, czy jak to się tam zwał. Tu jest punkt kulminacyjny całej tej sprawy, co tu się dzieje. To jest podręcznikowy przykład psychologii stada i syndrom sekty. Samotna matka, która ledwo ma na jedzenie dla własnego dziecka, oddaje ostatnie oszczędności na zbiórkę dla osoby oskarżonej o najcięższą zbrodnię. Płaci nie za sprawiedliwość, ale za poczucie przynależności do wyimaginowanego ruchu oporu, który potrafi wywołać w ludziach silne poczucie wspólnej krzywdy. Kto potrafi wywołać w ludziach silne poczucie wspólnej krzywdy, ten zyskuje absolutną kontrolę nad ich emocjami i portfelami. No, jedna, co nie miała na jedzenie, to dała $800, a druga to w ogóle 5000. Znaczy to jest, kurwa... Będę musiał wyciąć tutaj przekleństwa niestety. O się zapomniałem.
Oh my God. Here, hey FBI, here's a list of people you should probably be watching. Yes, definitely. There's a lot of examples of this. Over 700, this is how much money that she's raised. Bro, this is worse than Carmelo Anthony protests? Yeah, it is. Over $700,000 now raised for a woman who strangled her 3 children to death with exercise ropes. Every single donation is from a woman. Hundreds of thousands of women into TikTok true crime psychosis where they believe the husband did it because he looks mean. Let me see Leos don't kill their cubs. I'm not buying it. Leos don't kill, Geminis do. If he's a Gemini and she's a Leo, it was toxic between them. He did it. That's all I need to know. Mental toddlers? I know. It's just so fucking insane, man. I don't even, I'm a Gemini. Well, hey, what the actual fuck? I told you guys, I want to expose so my goal with whenever I talk about these social issues is I want to radicalize everybody to accept the solutions that I propose. That's my goal. That's explicitly what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to radicalize people. Is it working? It's a social issue. It's a psychosis issue. No, it's not. It's a social issue. It's a lot bigger than what you might think. It's way bigger than what you might think. I hope so. I hope I'm radicalizing people. I hope it works. One day it's going to get bad enough, and then there will be a solution. Bro, he's a Gemini. It's obvious he's the killer. I know that. Well, anyway, let me pull up the actual website. So, Lindsay Clancy, donate. Let me just find it here. GoFundMe. Well, wait a minute. This is really confusing to me. I thought GoFundMe had a rule against any sort of money being raised for violent crimes. Because isn't that the reason why they had to do it with Give, Send, Go? Yeah, wait a minute. Let me look this up. Give me a minute. I gotta pull this up. Yes, GoFundMe's terms of service explicitly prohibit fundraisers for the legal defense of financial and violent crimes. This is a long-standing policy. Well. That's crazy. Everyone report it. It doesn't matter if you report it. It doesn't make a difference. The reason why it's happening is because there's a bunch of women that work at the company that are enabling it. They know that they're breaking the rules. You think you can't solve a problem with the rules that aren't being followed. That's not how you solve this problem. It's so naive. Oh, let's report it. Do you think they don't know that this is happening? Look at the last example, the Grok, violence to minors. Yeah, key details of, what was it, violence to minors. Is there any other example? Let me see here. Oh, yeah, including those related to money laundering, murder, robbery, assault, battery, sex crimes, or crimes against minors. So not only is it a violent crime, but it's also a crime against minors. That's amazing. Wow. They monitor for violations. So GoFundMe is enabling this. So you have a bunch of psychopath, probably women, at GoFundMe that have decided to make an exception to provide a platform for this woman to raise over $1 million to fund herself killing her kids. Isn't that amazing? Maybe it's a loophole. It's not directly for her legal defense. Nah, it's bullshit. You could say the same thing for Carmelo Anthony or anybody else. If we chimp out hard enough, things will change. The problem is that a lot of men don't really care about this. They just view it as problematic or bad. That's what they're doing. Yeah, again, listen, there's a long-term plan for how to deal with this, and it's a step-by-step plan. Just let the process move forward, okay? This is part of everything is working according to plan. This is good. All of this, it's good that this is happening. I want everybody to understand that it's good that this is happening. It's good that people are seeing this. This is the best possible scenario. Second best possible scenario. Best possible scenario is this doesn't happen. But if it does happen, this is the best scenario. And trust the plan. Yes, exactly. Lindsay Clancy was on trial for strangling her 3 children. Has supporters raised? Yes, she has raised $1 million. Also, let's go ahead and look at some of the donations. Beth, Aaron, Stephanie, Deborah, Elizabeth, Jessica, Melanie.
Same kobiety.
Juanita, Elizabeth, Trisha, Deborah, Tessa, Whitney, Jennifer, Shannon, Amy, Nancy, Holly, Lisa, Deborah, Laurent. I don't know if Laurent's a man or a woman's name. It's probably French, so it could be either one. Jessica, Amy. So not a single fucking... Look at that. It's all women. It's all women. I see a pattern. Yep. Now, how do you handle a situation like this? This is what you do. After this is over, you go after you do the GoFundMe. Like you guys know me. I am a problem solver. You get the information from GoFundMe, you subpoena them, and then you just get the information and the payment details of each of these individual people that donated money. And then you weaponize CPS against them. You get their children taken away, and you get them put in mental institutions. And you do this wholesale to thousands of these people. You might have to even build entirely new facilities for them. That's how you solve these problems. And then you use the inability or like the mental instability that they have as a justification to remove their voting rights. This is the goal. Because the end goal, like this is the holy grail, is removing these people's ability to influence society. That is the holy grail, and that is the end point that we want to get to, is to remove these people's ability to influence society. Minds? I mean, some of them are probably fat as fuck. Could probably be helping them, honestly. So anyway, let's look at some of the other ones. So that's the long term, okay? I just want you guys to understand that. That's what I would do. You ever read the GoFundMe? Have you? 2 people called Mike and Paul are using her case to get rich? Doesn't matter. It's about the nature of what the fundraiser is for necessarily. So that's really it. She's about to be jailed for life for something her husband did. 234,000 likes. That's amazing, isn't it? That's how many of these people are doing this. Actor Lisa Rinna says her female therapist agreed that Patrick Clancy killed his children, not Lindsay Clancy, because women don't strangle.
Chit chat. All right, he did it. Patrick did it.
I mean, obviously your therapist isn't working. I mean, you've got your lips blown up to where you look like a fucking, like one of those, like, I probably shouldn't even say that. You look like a duck, okay?
Patrick's the one who did it. Not Lindsay. Patrick did it. Because, you know...
Yeah.
I also heard that
A blow-up
women
doll, yeah.
typically don't strangle.
Women typically don't strangle.
So awful to even say, but that isn't what a woman would do.
That's
They
not.
don't strangle.
A woman doesn't strangle.
I was actually in therapy today, and my therapist and I were talking about it, and I said, well, what do they do? She said, well, they poison, or I said, oh, or drown them. Like, we literally had that conversation today.
Mm-hmm.
And she looks at me and she goes, he did it. I was like, wow, yeah. And now, yeah. Chit chat.
So we've got the great value Kardashian that's giving us her take on everything, which is obviously as retarded as the real version. So, wow, just amazing, isn't it? Look at that. A great therapist. Yep. Here's another one.
The Lindsay Clancy trial is going to be one of the most significant trials of your lifetime.
I agree. I agree.
We're all experiencing something completely unprecedented. Never before have we seen so many mothers and women rally behind somebody who confessed to killing her 3 children. And
That's right. This is going to be a big deal.
it is not because we cannot hold women accountable. Many of us see ourselves in Lindsay.
We know. We know.
Many of us know that we could have been only one step away from doing some of those horrific things because we experienced significant mental health issues after one of our children was born. And many of us know just how dark some of those thoughts get.
You see.
Dobra, bo ona w skrócie tu mówi, że mogłabym być to ja, albo mogłobyśmy być to my. Przejdźmy do moich notatek. Tutaj ta jej mowa ujawnia wszystko. Co z tego tak naprawdę wynika? A wynika z tego to, pod płaszczykiem empatii kryje się tutaj lęk o własną bezkarność. Te osoby nie bronią samego czynu, one bronią własnego wizerunku i swoich własnych słabości. Uważają, że jeśli społeczeństwo bezwzględnie ukarze sprawczynię, to symbolicznie potępi również ich własne mroczne myśli i błędy. To próba wymuszenia na otoczeniu całkowitej nietykalności pod hasłem solidarności grupowej.
This is basically the same thing as the Taliban saying that if a woman is showing her face, that it's okay to rape her. This is just the female version of that. You need to understand this, is that the same way that the Taliban says that, oh, well, men can't control their urges because, you know, if they see a woman, they have to act if it's a certain time because of testosterone. This is the exact same thing. Think about it. Some mental energy? Yep.
So yeah, this is going to be one of the most significant trials of your lifetime.
It sure will be. It sure will be. We're going to have our rights taken away, aren't we? Can you imagine how much of a utopia we would live in if we could just fucking arrest these people? We just institutionalize them? Can you imagine this? Like, it would be like the Jetsons, yeah, bro. It'd be like fucking... By the way, my favorite part about this video is how she turned around multiple times while she clearly, like she's clearly trying to wear, like, I think she's wearing this clothes and she's moving around this way. She edited this video, right? And she did it in a way so she can show off her body. So even, like, there are like advanced hoe techniques that are embedded inside of this other performative behavior as well. It's crazy. It's so deep. It is. Do it. Do it. You know you deserve this. Wow. So satisfying. The aftermath. Wow. That is just really... That's really something special. This is the biggest reason I don't believe him. You just look at him. It's Patrick Clancy versus the women of America at this point. Oh my God. Because he looks that... Are these foids? They are in fact foids. Yes. It's like a 7-year-old. Well, this is the reason why... I don't think I should... This is the reason why a lot of, you know, like, guys that have single mothers have, like, ego issues. Because imagine you already are becoming more mentally superior than the main authority figure when you're only 8 years old. I mean, really, like, I mean, it's kind of... You're gonna have ego problems at that point, right? This is the biggest reason I don't believe him. Lindsay Clancy's husband failed her. Patrick worked from home to help out. He got his wife premium health care. He hired a nanny to help her out. She did not go back to work. It doesn't matter. Yeah, if my wife murdered all of our children, I'd probably replace her too. Patrick Clancy spotted with new wife amidst ex-wife Lindsay murder trial. Oh my God. He's already on with another woman. Oh no. Wow. 3 years later. Patrick Clancy runs the Boston Marathon after his wife allegedly strangled all 3 of his kids to death. Clancy ran the marathon to raise $75,000 for the hospital that treated his kids. This is an interview with him?
Across the finish line here on Boylston Street as he was emotional. It is his first marathon, and he says it was therapeutic for him. Now, he raised all of that money for Boston Children's, the hospital that treated his youngest son, but sadly none of his 3 children survived. His wife is charged in their deaths. They were all under the age of 5, and today he ran to honor them.
I love my kids. They're wonderful people.
Yeah.
They had a lot.
Szkoda mi jest tego chłopa, no bo tragedia tak naprawdę.
A lot of friends, everybody loved them.
Yep.
And they had short lives, but they had really good lives.
And it is so clear how much Patrick Clancy loved his children. But again, he said he wanted to run his first marathon as a sort of therapy. And as he came those 26 miles, he said that along the sidelines, everyone was cheering his name, although his name was not on his bib. So a lot of people know who he is. A lot of people are there to support him. He also had the support of his 3 kids. He had his daughter's bow on him and a bracelet and an armband from his 2 sons. So they were right there with him. as he crossed the finish line today.
I don't even know what to say. I really don't. I mean, this to me, whenever I see this trial, this is every opinion that I've ever had validated at the same time. Oh, and of course, by the way, this really comes as no surprise to anyone, but Candace Owens, here we go. Let's see if there's a longer clip for it. Okay.
I made my thoughts clear on this the moment that she was arrested, the moment that it made the news. Lindsay Clancy is obviously not guilty. There are a fleet of doctors who should be imprisoned for what they put her on. I regularly speak out against Big Pharma. They get away with murder all the time. And in this case, they are getting away with the murder of really her 3 children, but also completely destroyed her life. When Lindsay Clancy, in my opinion, is not guilty. She was put into
I don't know why Israel did this.
An intentional psychosis when she probably just needed to give her kids away for a weekend to get better, but they constantly give you these drugs that do not make things better.
Yeah.
And the cocktail of 10 pharmaceuticals that she was on is absolute madness. Absolute madness. I made my thoughts clear on...
Unbelievable. Wow.
Obviously, she's not... I see Candace, she says...
Tak, przejdziemy tutaj też do notatek, bo odklejka poszła koleżanki. Zobaczycie, jak do gry wchodzą duzi publicyści, czyli mówimy o tej koleżance naszej, odklejonej. Przejmowanie narracji. Nawet w najwyższych szczeblach medialnych działa ten sam mechanizm politycznego przejmowania tragedii. Komentatorzy używają drastycznych wydarzeń, aby przepchnąć swoją stałą agendę i zbierać poklaski własnej bańki. Zrzucanie całej winy na wielkie korporacje farmaceutyczne zawsze działa na masy, bo natychmiast zdejmuje odpowiedzialność z jednostki. Tłum woli walczyć z niewidzialnym potworem, niż zmierzyć się z faktami. No, ta koleżanka to jest ogólnie mocno odklejona w internecie. Zwala winę często wszystko na Żydów, jak dobrze pamiętam. No, teraz sobie znalazła kolejny punkt wyniesienia popularności. A widzi, że klika się temat, to coś wypowie, dorzuci swoje 5 groszy.
Obviously, she's not guilty. It's Big Pharma. It's Big Pharma. Have you lost your fucking mind? I literally cannot even imagine. There are stories of mothers who will lift up a wreckage of a car to save their children trapped underneath. Women will die. Mothers will die for their children. They'll kill to avenge their murdered children. And this psycho holds down her 3 babies, strangles them to death. You're a mother yourself, you sick bitch. You're a mother yourself. What is wrong with you? And she says, obviously she's not guilty. It was Big Pharma. Candace, come back to reality. Come back to God.
She's gone, by the way. Candace is gone. You're not getting her back. She is already, that train has left the station, it's off the rails, and it's falling down a cliff. Okay? She's done.
God, come back to Earth. What is the matter with you? Could you imagine, and I'm sure for some people, sadly, it doesn't even require any imagination. Imagine if you're a guy.
Yeah.
And your wife is on TikTok sympathizing with this sicko. And I've seen it. I've seen TikToks of women holding their own children in their arms and saying, we need justice for Lindsay Clancy.
That's crazy.
Imagine that's your wife. Imagine that's the mother of your children. If I had a family, if that was my wife, I would have her 5150 immediately.
Fucking exactly. That is, see, they've got to be institutionalized. You've got to institutionalize them. Yes.
I would take the children and I'd bring them to my parents' house. And I'd say, you stay the fuck away from me and my kids and my family.
That's right.
No, tylko że to jest Ameryczka, tam jest bardziej, są łagodniejsze prawa. W Polsce to by tak nie wyglądało niestety. W Polsce to byśmy, no to by był problem tak naprawdę, bo bardzo duże prawa ma kobieta. Ciężko by było udowodnić w sądzie. Nawet z dowodami chyba są problemy. Słyszałem różne opinie, ale to jest temat na inny odcinek.
Imagine your wife, the mother of your children.
That? It's the crazy. You're nuts, and so you got to go in the box.
Is on TikTok posting, and listen, I know on some level maybe that's harmless. Women will do and say anything for attention, no matter how disgusting and vile it is.
Yes.
They'll post that to signal something socially, solidarity, empathy with women.
Yes.
You know, but it's like, could you imagine? Your children are being held in the arms of their mother while she's filming herself on TikTok saying, I stand in solidarity with this other mother that murdered her 3 kids.
Yeah.
How could there be any tolerance for something like this? And this is a moment when people of conscience, this is a moment when anybody that has any semblance of integrity and of a conscience has to stand up and call it out and say, this is wrong. This is evil. Sometimes there are gray areas. Sometimes it's a tough call. This is not one of those times.
True.
This is as black and white as it gets.
That's the reason why they're defending it, by the way. The reason why they're defending it is because it's so black and white. It's because if they can exert their power and force their will on the population and to create this miscarriage of justice, this will mean that they have total control over any sort of discourse or anything that's going on. That's the reason why they're not doing it despite the fact that it's ridiculous. They're doing it because it's ridiculous. That's the point.
Mother holds down her 3 babies and strangles them to death, jumps out of a window, and you say, give this woman $1 million? She's the victim of the system? You're going to show up in solidarity with this person? You may believe clearly she's psychotic. That doesn't mean you sympathize with her. Or God forbid, rationalize her actions. Go out there wearing a T-shirt in support of her? Seriously? This is one of those times where you got to say, there's a line in the sand. You're on that other side. I want nothing to do with you.
Yep.
God have mercy on your soul, honestly. And you see,
is this worse than the Carmelo Anthony case? It's infinitely worse than Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony was a altercation between 2 guys at a track meet, and he crashed out and stabbed somebody over it. And he immediately, fucking said, I did it. It was, this is 1,000 times worse. It's 1,000 times worse than Carmelo Anthony. I mean, for her, and also it seems like...
Asmongold tutaj mówi o takiej sprawie, była w Ameryce, że czarny chłopak zaatakował białego chłopaka, sprzeczkę mieli, powiedział tak, popchnij mnie jeszcze raz, a zobaczysz, co się stanie. No i popchnął go jeszcze raz i zobaczył, co się stało. No i chłopak chyba nie żyje, jak dobrze pamiętam.
The Carmelo Anthony thing was premeditated as well. We'll talk about that after this. But yeah, it's way worse.
And you realize they've totally gone insane. Seriously. I saw that from Candace today. I said, how low can you go? I mean, seriously, how low can you stoop? I know a lot of people think it's a big game. Unfortunately, though, some people can't tell the difference. You see someone like Candace, and it's written all over her face. Glee, giddiness.
Yes.
You could see that the narcissistic supply of her show and the money and being the center of it.
That's right.
She feeds on it. It's written all over her face. She has no poker face. The self-satisfaction, the smugness. She's delighted with herself. The overflowing, how pleased she is with herself and what she's done. And for her, this is just a game.
Yep.
For her, she goes on the show and it's a performance. It's like Oprah. It's dramatic. Today,
successful.
we're going to break the internet again. Oh, everyone's talking about me again. Oh, they made memes about my enemies again. Oh, it's so wonderful. But the people that watch can't tell the difference. These people in the comments, these are like psychic victims. And they're not blameless, but these people in the comments, they really believe in this shit. They really believe it's a multi-dimensional time-traveling conspiracy. They believe this woman is the victim of big pharma. It's the pharmaceutical companies made her do it.
What are you going to do?
The conspiracy made her do it.
What are you going to do?
The profiteering French Israeli Illuminists made her do it.
Yeah.
And at the bottom of it is fundamentally a total lack of responsibility.
Many such cases.
Look, as an influencer, as someone that has influence, as a broadcaster, you really have one responsibility. That is to tell the truth.
Oh, you can't do that.
Truth as best as you can about the issues. It is to speak with clarity, with conscience. We're supposed to be shepherding the people as best as we can. We're flawed people too. We're not over and above them. But for people that have the privilege of having a platform, people that are elected by God to have this, have a responsibility then.
You should try to tell the truth. This is like a crazy woke take, right? You should tell people what's really going on rather than manufacturing controversy for clicks that negatively affects other people. No way. She's a Gemini? What, don't you understand? She's obviously innocent? Bro, you got it wrong. He was the Gemini. If she was a Gemini, then they would have known that she did it.
To use the platform or use the gifts to try to steer people in the right direction. And at the bottom of it is a complete lack of any kind of responsibility.
That's right.
Or recognition that we have this responsibility. And the damage that is being done is incalculable. The damage that is being done psychically to the people of the country, psychologically, if you prefer that.
The problem is that the damage to the people of the country would not matter if the people of the country weren't able to vote. The big problem is voting. Voting is the issue. If it wasn't for voting, all of this wouldn't matter. Do you think that the guy running the castle gave a shit what the peasants thought? Fuck no. It's a lot better back then.
It's just incalculable the ways that we're wrecking society by promoting this kind of mindset.
It's not close.
No, this is wrong.
Tu nie tłumaczy, że kiedyś było o wiele lepiej.
A woman goes out and murders her kids. Like, this should not be a layup. A lot of people quote tweeted my rant about Candace a few days ago about Charlie Kirk, and they said, I can't believe Nick Fuentes is the one that's saying this. I hate him, and I disagree with everything he says. It's like, this is a layup because this is just like obvious. Yeah. We're going to disagree about race. We're going to disagree about Israel. We're going to disagree about history. We're going to disagree about some big things. The things we're not going to disagree about is whether it's wrong to kill your own children.
There it is. I mean, it's just, what a clip. I know. What a fucking clip. And it's so fucking completely based. Totally based. Don't know, it seems controversial lately. Again, all of these people just want no accountability. They want to be able to do whatever they want. And they want to be able to dictate and gaslight reality to be whatever they want it to be. And that's all there is to it. That it is a controlling, aggressive, abusive behavior that these people do. It's always what they've done, and I think these are the same girls in high school that did this shit. That now they're mothers and they're doing this. They're just awful. And again, there are ways that you can deal with these people. You 5150 them, you put them in institutions, you take away their voting rights, and every problem like this goes away. You would be shocked at the amount of problems that just go away. This is what happens when people follow up on their insanity. Yes, and I think that there have already been a few. Is this what I think it is? Friend of a friend just had his ex-wife committed to a same Lindsay post. Committed for a same Lindsay post. Cops did a welfare check. Apparently, she did not cooperate. You know what, guys? What a good day. Just got that bitch put away. All right, there it is. Had his ex-wife. Can you imagine, dude, if you get divorced and you get your wife put in a fucking mental institution? Like, that to me is like the biggest amount of validation that you could ever have. It is the absolute glory. It is. My dad, his first wife, did the same fucking thing. He had her put in an institution too. And he would be talking about it all the time. He says, the last time I saw her, she was waving at me from behind the bars as they were rolling her away. And she would call him sometimes, and we'd be out to dinner. She'd be calling him on the phone, and I could hear her. I'm standing over there, like fucking 10 feet away. I can hear her on the phone. He's like this. Okay. You're learning how to drive, so you don't want to drive us to Bill Miller's today? I'm like, who is that? He's like, this is whatever. Okay. And that was it. She'd just be screaming at him, bro. He didn't give a fuck. You've seen that a million times? I know. And seen it like a million times. Absolutely. He didn't give a fuck about it. When identity politics mind virus is nuked into oblivion, it will be beneficial to humanity. Probably a best case study on how an ideology can cause civilizational retardation. Well, identity politics are not going to go away because identity politics are part of the human condition. It's just not going to go away, right? I know that people want to think that we're going to transcend this. We're not going to transcend. We're never going to transcend racism. We're never going to transcend identity politics because this is just what humans are wired to do. Read the reply. What is it? Militus woman, Greek historian Plutarch mentions an epidemic of women committing suicide in the ancient city of Miletus. The epidemic occurred around 277 BC and presumably involved girls around the age of puberty when they were about to be married. The suicide victims all died from hanging themselves. Eventually, an ordinance was passed that women who hang themselves should be carried naked through the streets and marketplace to their burial. After the ordinance was passed, the suicides ceased. Apparently, the thought of disgrace and shame, which would come after death, was a strong deterrent to killing oneself. Is actually crazy, bro. Like, wow. That's so fucked up. Yeah, but it works. Yeah, it works. I mean, obviously, right? I mean, to go back. I mean, is that performative empathy? Well, I think it just goes to show that, 2,000 years ago, everything is still the exact same. It's just really insane. The divine feminine frequency coming through Lindsay Clancy is being protected. Lindsay Clancy supporters are now analyzing court audio recordings for signs of divine feminine energy in waveforms to confirm her innocence. I think that we can finally now all agree that the Salem witch trials were totally justified.
Me and the devil.
They spelled it wrong.
Walking side by side.
Oh no.
Me and the devil.
You want to watch later? Great video by Basic Logic. If it's a short one, I might just watch it now. Let me see what this is. The woke has fallen. How immigration replaced the woke left. Okay, yeah, we're definitely going. It's funny how I already know what this is going to be about. It's so funny. Okay, let me see if I can find the other ones. Oh no. No, bro, Candace, no.
And up to the 30-06. All right, the bullet entered right here, and it made it through 18 stop signs and bounced off right here. And up to the 30-06.
30-60 bullets do not do weird things when they're fired into a human neck. They just rip right through it. That's it. End of story. The conspiracy theorists are the people telling you otherwise. This bitch is so retarded that it's actually insane. Like, you said that Charlie Kirk came to you in a dream and told you that he was killed by Israel. I'm pretty sure that's what she said. Like, the fact that anybody listens to Candace Owens and takes her seriously at all is a complete fucking disgrace. It is. It's a time traveler. That's right. I forgot that he was a time traveler as well. There's been a lot of these. Okay, let me go. All right, one more, and then I want to look at I'm going to look at the Carmelo Anthony thing. I forgot all about that. So you're really breaking up with me over a fucking opinion. So this is a guy, men are now breaking up with their girlfriends who support Lindsay Clancy, and honestly, good for them. I'm not breaking up with you over an opinion. I'm breaking up with you because that opinion showed me a fundamental difference in our values. I can have compassion for someone struggling mentally without excusing what happened to those children. If I'm choosing someone to potentially be the mother of my kids, I need to trust their judgment completely, especially when it comes to protecting them. What you said created a doubt in me that I can't ignore or gamble my future children on. This is AI. Maybe, maybe not.
Tu trzeba się odnieść, bo fajnie chłopak ogarnął sytuację. Zatrzymamy się na tym wątku relacyjnym. Tu wchodzi kluczowa zasada chłodnej oceny sytuacji. To jest chłodna kalkulacja ryzyka i czytanie sygnałów ostrzegawczych. Kiedy widzisz, że ktoś w twoim otoczeniu potrafi usprawiedliwić skrajne zło i całkowicie neguje osobistą odpowiedzialność moralną, to nie jest tylko różnica poglądów. To jest czerwona flaga dotycząca charakteru i stabilności tego człowieka. W życiu musisz umieć bezlitośnie eliminować ze swojego otoczenia osoby, które relatywizują podstawowe zasady bezpieczeństwa. Tak jak zrobił tutaj nasz giga chat.
I don't know, but I think we need to bring back the patriarchy. I do. I think that the whole experiment with us trying to oh well, what happens if men aren't totally in charge of everything? Well, that hasn't really worked out for us, has it? I mean, has it really? We got to bring back the patriarchy at this point. I mean, I think it's we've done the experiment. We've tried it. It didn't work. So there you go. Let me see. Oh, is this her being wheeled in? Oh, jeez. Wow. Once we bring back the patriarchy, can we make astrology illegal? No, we need astrology. So astrology is it's like a mousetrap. So the moment that a girl gets into astrology, we use that as a justification to put her in an institution. So you want to keep it out there. That way you can filter out the crazy ones really early on. Like a litmus test, exactly. So no, a tarot card, I mean, yeah, same thing.
Także tutaj koniec materiału. Nie mogę przesunąć kamery. O, kamerka tu i elegancko. Zakończenie. Podsumujmy cały nasz materiał. To, co się dzieje wokół tej sprawy, to nie jest zwykły internetowy śmietnik. To bezwzględny pokaz tego, jak manipuluje się masami, jak tworzy się fałszywych męczenników, jak ludzie uciekają przed odpowiedzialnością za własne życie. Jeśli nie potrafisz chłodno patrzeć na fakty, prędzej czy później sam staniesz się pionkiem w tej grze.